like without me. But the fact is, if they can replace, if Dorinda leaves and the show moves on, if Bethany leaves, the show moves on.
Lisa Vanderpump,
Lisa Vanderpump leaves, the show moves on. Like
Stassi.
Stassi, exactly. The show must go on is not like a phrase that's used lightly in entertainment. The show will go on. Like Grey's Anatomy. I mean, there's so many examples of people leaving these shows and thinking the show's going to fall apart, and it moves on without them. Like,
I wonder how much Ellen Pompeo gets just to voice over. I
oh,
wonder how
I
much.
think it's 1 million
Uh,
just
I
every episode.
mean, really? Well, I mean, every episode or
Oh,
total?
yeah, yeah, yeah. She gets every episode. It's
Yeah.
$1 million, and she's barely on it.
So from 20 million to whatever it is, that's not bad.
I mean, but you're getting 1 million an episode. There's 22 episodes. Still
Okay,
pretty
well,
good.
she makes the same thing then. There you go.
She's
Look,
still making the money for
she
sure.
should. You can't have Grey's Anatomy without Miss
I mean, her
Ellen.
last name is Gray. I mean, that was smart to get on a show, and they cannot get rid of you.
And mind you, she just fought for what Patrick Dempsey, granted, he was a
A celebrity.
name.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
No,
I
and she
agree
said
with
that.
her.
She actually said that on Call Her Daddy. She said he was a celebrity. I acknowledge that, but the fact of the matter is, the show is named after me.
Yeah. Listen, Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, I
Oh,
will, all day, every day.
she does a good
Um,
show. Hmm.
I love her. Well, speaking of Teresa,
Yeah.
she's kind of using Gia and Juicy now. Look, Teresa started this thing. I'm sure you've heard of it with, we don't have to spend too much time on Teresa, but where she's like willing to reconcile, willing to reconcile. Like now she has Joe Giudice doing interview. Now, you can disagree with me that Joe just decided to wake up and call OK Magazine, but Joe is now doing interviews out of nowhere saying they should reconcile. He says, I think they should reconcile and they should put the kids first and put the BS behind them. I'm like, does anyone think that this is not Teresa calling up Joe? Listen, I was involved in all that. You were involved with Katie. I was involved with a lot of bullshit in New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
And I know
That's
this
why
is
you
what
call her Animal. I know. Hmm.
Animal Across the River. But this is how it works. Like I know for a fact this is how Teresa and her group work. They
Yeah.
get Joe and they get to Gia to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
So I mean, now Joe is doing interviews saying the kids don't talk because of this and that, and she should come out with her own Pinoli cookies to rival Melissa's. But by the way, life is short. So like Joe can't even do an interview, just like Teresa says she wants to reconcile. Then she says, my brother set me up to talk about Evan rumor. Joe can't even do an interview because he's talking about reconciling, which is what Teresa is saying. And then in the same interview, he's like, oh, well, she should have a competing business. I'm like, Joe, man, you're going to get in trouble for this. Get back on track, dude.
Yeah, get back on track. Like what? Okay, they're never going to make up and nobody cares anymore. So
No.
if they bring them both back, I don't know if I have the energy. I mean, I'll probably end up watching it because I said that about what is that, Jen's show, and I watched it. But like, I just think with this, I'm like, I don't want to watch the family stuff. Like I have two
Mm-mm.
don't talk, but I talk to their kids. Like you can choose as the cousin to talk to your cousins. You can choose that. The kids didn't want to choose that. And then I saw on TikTok that there was a pregnancy rumor for Gia. I'm like, are they just trying to stay in the news no matter
Yes.
how they can? It's like
Yes.
she's not pregnant. Like what?
That's what they do. I mean, I'm not even like this isn't in my head. I have actual facts I mean, with the Melissa's all knows and all that, this is
Yeah.
what they do. So Gia's now doing interviews, and I feel like Teresa's using her too. I mean, yes, it's her mother, but Gia's doing things, and basically Gia is now saying that because of special forces, forget about jail, forget about deportation, forget about everything Teresa's been through in life. She's learned nothing. Special forces is what has now changed her to want to reconcile.
Oh, that's such BS. Did you see the clip where she gets rolls around in the mud and then she starts doing a mud facial? I was like, you've learned nothing.
Nothing. And I mean, people like, I don't know, like girls' trip was 2 weeks, traders is a month. I don't know how long you're on special forces, but it ain't like a life-changing 6 months. You were in jail for a year. You're there for like 2 seconds, like 3 weeks maybe. So, but Gia is saying, self-growth is what we learned on special forces and overcoming your fears and just letting go. And she's basically saying, oh, she had such a deep conversation with her mother when they were over there. And you know what? As you get older, you get tired, and her mother just wants to let go and let go of the hate. I'm like, you're now telling Gia and Juicy to do interviews to try to spin this. This isn't just Gia's thing. I listen, no shame in wanting to help your mother, but I feel like this is this narrative you're now using your kid and your ex to put. And Gia's like, it weighs so heavy. These are direct quotes. I have things written down here. She wants to let go of the anger and it weighs so heavy. And I think that's all she's saying. And no one's saying they have to be best friends. She's just ready. She's ready to coexist. I'm like, you have really programmed your daughter really well.
Yeah, you did a good job. But the fact of the matter is, when you are I'm not saying Melissa's completely free of guilt. I'm
No.
like, yeah. But at the same time, you are really the kind of catalyst for this argument is Teresa, and she's kept the flame alive. Melissa's moved on. She's doing like cooking videos. She doesn't talk about her. So I'm like, if you're talking about currently, you continue to talk about reconciliation, but you're the one that wronged her. So like, I don't, what is like, so you basically are going to tell her, let's make up if you stay in line and do exactly what I want. That's what she wants. She wants like a minion. She does not want to have a relationship with her sister-in-law. She wants her to step in line and say, you have everything you have because of me. I'm the reason you're on the show, and now you have to kiss my feet. And I don't think Melissa's going to do that.
No, I mean, look, anything is possible, but I really think that Melissa, mean, listen, I also think in a way, this is what I think. I have a whole new theory. I think Bravo is thrilled that these rumors were
Really?
out there that like it's Melissa and Teresa, I mean, Melissa and Margaret and Dolores. I think they're like behind it because I think they want people to hear it so many times so that by the time they announce that it is Melissa and not Teresa, that everyone's going to be like, no kidding. We already knew that. Like, it's a really smart tactic. I'm convinced that they wanted this spilled out there
Mhm.
because now if we say, oh, Melissa's coming back and not Teresa, you're just going to be like, didn't we know this already? And we really don't. We really don't know it.
Not confirmed, but we kind of, if it's announced in 2 weeks, I'm not going to be shocked.
No. I just don't see I just don't see it. I really don't
Melissa
care.
needs this show. If I was Melissa, I'd be like, the sprinkle cookies are doing so well. Do Christmas cookies, do Halloween, Valentine's Day. You can make this into an empire. You don't need the show. What do you need the show for?
No, and listen, I would rather watch an ensemble with Melissa than Teresa. I just don't see it with Teresa. She is mildly entertaining. I'll give her that on Special Forces. I'm pleasantly surprised with her and Gia both. But so there is a future in something, but I don't think it's Housewives. I don't
What?
think it's
How
New
did
Jersey.
Angie get herself into everything? I got it. Angie has a good manager because she's all of a sudden on the wife swap and she's on the special force. So she's everywhere. Good for her.
You know what I think it is about Angie? Well, for Wife Swap, I am not sure. Do we really have a lot of people to choose from? I mean, New York, well, I mean, who cares about New York Housewives? We have like, I mean, that's not even like a real thing. Beverly Hills, no one's married except
No.
the new girl. That doesn't count. I'm just saying, like, if you really go down the list, Potomac, Giselle's not an option, Ashley's not an option. I'm not saying Angie's not great. I'm just saying,
There's not a lot.
yeah, Tamara could have been in there, Pedantry, sure. But if you really think about it, we don't have many married. We're not going to use Louis. I mean, nobody wants Louis on the TV. I mean,
Nobody
these
wants Louis on
some
the TV.
fans might, but Bravo doesn't.
He's so red. I can't do it.